Jesus. The Steelers just traded a first-round pick for Miami Dolphins defensive back. This is a blessing, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't believed in God before now, believe in Him now, man. God is real. The Steelers finally get some much-needed help in the freaking secondary. It took them long enough. We finally got some help in the freaking secondary. Thank you, God, because I don't think I would have been able to take more of it, man. I don't think I would have been able to take I don't think I would have been able to have enough more of watching the Pittsburgh Steelers defensive back get killed by guys like Josh Gordon and Julian Edelman, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf. Thank you, God. Thank you, Drum Manager Colbert. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. We finally got some much needed help in the secondary. Much needed help in the secondary. Yes, sir, Noble Sports Entertainment. Yes, sir. Much needed help in the secondary. Thank you. Thank you. Because it was a disaster. It was the second out. He's a young defensive back. He's under a rookie contract. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. We want Jalen Ramsey. I don't think Detroit, just a first round pick is what they're reporting. Just a first round pick. We either had to get Jalen Ramsey or Minkah. I don't think the Lions gonna be able to get Jalen Ramsey. Asking price is gonna be too much, because you gotta think about it, a lot of people are gonna be trying to trade for Jalen Ramsey. So a lot of people are gonna be offering more. It's like bidding. It's a lot. What's up, you? Thank you. Man, thank you, man. We finally got much needed help in the defensive back position. Because it was our secondary has been absolute terrible. Absolute terrible. Absolute terrible. Thank you. Thank you. I'm lagging a little bit. Hold on real quick. Who said we need Colin Kaepernick? Pittsburgh does not need no Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick can't throw. But yeah, man, so we got Mason Rudolph. So did you see what Mason Rudolph did against Seattle? We finally got MINKAH FITZPATRICK. Now the next thing we need to do is cut Dante Moncrief, and I'll be satisfied. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow, man. It's just wow. How I feel about Mason Rudolph. I'm confident in Mason Rudolph. I picked him up on my fantasy team. Oh, no. Keep Tom Savage. Keep Tom Savage. Please. Thank you, God. We finally got some much-needed help at the defensive back position. Is the Pittsburgh Steelers season going to be over with Big Ben? It's not, actually. I mean, it's not, actually. Because you got to think about it. If it wasn't for Dante Moncrief having that dropped pass for that interception, Pittsburgh could have most likely win that game. And plus, our offensive line is very good. James Conner isn't banged up. Nothing major. We got Jalen Samuels. Our season is not over. It's not over. Man, I'm so happy, man. We finally got some much. I was working on doing my college football prediction videos, and I just saw the news, and my jaw dropped, man. I was like, thank you, God. I didn't think Pittsburgh was going to pull the trigger. To be honest, I didn't think Pittsburgh was going to pull the trigger, because think about it. As a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, being a fan of the team for 11 years, I've never seen Pittsburgh really aggressive when it comes to making moves like this, making these crazy trades. Now, this trade isn't blockbuster or anything, but this is a very big trade for the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is probably the biggest trade Pittsburgh has had in a very long time, because Pittsburgh doesn't really make a whole bunch of big free agent splashes and things like that, a lot of blockbuster trades. So, I mean, this is good. But why would y'all flip a first-round pick? That could be Chase Young. So you think Pittsburgh, MINKAH FITZPATRICK is one of the best defensive backs in the NFL, and you rather wait and draft one of these unproven guys who we don't even know if they're going to be a bust or if they're going to be good. So you rather draft an unproven guy versus a young player who's only played in the NFL for one season, has a cheap contract, versus unproven rookies who haven't even played a snap in the NFL yet. JT, can you please take call? I want to talk to you about the trade for my Dolphins. I don't have a call-in show set up today, man. I'm sorry, man. Minka is still also on his rookie contract. Could we do anything? Tomlin isn't that good anymore. Thank you, God. I'm sorry, man. I ain't had a call-in show, man. I'm sorry. I got to get the call-in show set up, man. But thank you, God, man. Thank you, God. So what I mean for Sean Davis? Sean Davis is still going to start at safety. I think what we do is we move MINKAH FITZPATRICK into the slot. Sean Davis is still going to start at safety, but it's just going to depend because MINKAH FITZPATRICK can play several positions. I don't know if he's going to play slot corner, nickel corner, but he's definitely going to end up playing on the outside corner. And I don't know who he's going to debunk, man. So MINKAH FITZPATRICK, I don't know if he's going to play slot outside. But if we move him outside, that means we're going to have to move. I think Steven Nelson probably has been the best out of our defensive backs. What do you think my Dolphins are? You think these 3 first-round picks, in my opinion? Then Anthony Mazzana, I was reading it. Chase Young's a monster. Watch how we don't need defensive ends, though. And Grant Delpit isn't even going to be, we're not even going to be picking in the top 5 to get Grant Delpit. I wanted Ramsey, but he wants a new contract. Now we have Minka leads us with more money. It won't matter. We're not going 3-13. Sean Davis is gone. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I still think Sean Davis could start. But I think we move Minka. I think Minka either plays slot corner or we end up moving him to the outside. He can play either one. He can also play a little bit of safety, but we need a guy like MINKAH FITZPATRICK, man, because this is a guy who can play almost every position in the secondary. He can play the safe position. He can play nickel corner. He can play outside corner. He can do a lot. And we could get Ramsey. I don't think we'll get Ramsey. Ramsey's asking price is a little bit too much. Mike Hill, that is a good point. So I don't know. It's really weird. I think we have to move him at corner. We got to move him to corner. But I mean, I don't really know. It's a little bit hard to, because on the outside we got Steven Nelson and Joe Hayden. In my opinion, I think my Dolphins should do is build the offense along with these 3 first-round picks. I would agree. I'll put Minka at nickel. Cam Kelly got to get benched though. Yeah, man, it's a little bit hard, man. It's a little bit hard because Sean Davis is solid. Sean Davis is probably the second best defensive back that we have, other than it's supposed to be Joe Hayden. But Sean Davis is pretty solid at safety. I haven't really had a big issue with Sean Davis at safety. But now the question is, what do we move MINKAH FITZPATRICK to? I think we should move him at corner because corner has been pretty much our biggest weakness on the defense. Much love here from the Big D and the East Side. Appreciate that. Saying Darren. Yeah, he shows flashes of big plays. What's your opinion on Grant Delpit? And do you think he's a free safety in the NFL? Or do you think he's more of a strong safety? I'll be moving the free safety. I like him at free safety. To be honest, they might not move him at cornerback. Played a lot of cornerback at Bama. Yeah, man. He is solid about penalties. Facts. And if we get Grant Delpit in the Detroit model, Joe Hayden is our best corner. Joe Hayden has been our worst cornerback this year. No cap. He's supposed to be our best cornerback, but he's been our worst cornerback. Go back and watch that Patriots game. He got destroyed almost on every time. Every time. It didn't matter who he was guarding. Julian Edelman, outside, he was still getting exposed. I say we trade. Why do y'all want to trade Sean Davis? He's pretty much been our most consistent defensive back. I want to trade Sean Davis. As a Cowboys fan, y'all lucky to get him. Yeah, man. Hayden is agent, no caps, lowest case. But I mean, I was never sold on Joe Hayden. Even last year, I expected a little bit more out of Joe Hayden. I wasn't really. We could trade Sean Davis or Edmonds for Ramsey. I don't think Jacksonville takes that trade. Jacksonville wants a first-round pick. I think Jacksonville doesn't want players. Really, I just think Jacksonville just wants the draft picks. To be honest. Because Jacksonville's pretty set at that safety position. I don't think Jacksonville takes Edmonds. I say y'all move him to safety. I think he will be good. I think we should keep him at corner. Cornerback has been our biggest Achilles heel. We can't play man. We get burnt in man-to-man coverage. I mean, all he's got to do is go back to that New England Patriots game. We were getting absolutely exposed. Jacksonville wants the first. Yeah, but I don't. If any team that gets Jalen Ramsey, they're going to give up a lot because here's why. Here's why. Picks, right? So Jacksonville Jaguars are going to have to decide off from the worst team also. And also, you got to think about all the other teams are going to have to up their offers because it's going to be more than one team that's just trying to get a first round, that's just trying to get Jalen Ramsey. So the Jacksonville Jaguars can get some good compensation because basically, teams are in the bidding war for Jalen Ramsey, right? So let's say 15 teams are offering first-round picks for Jalen Ramsey, right? That means all 15 of those teams are going to have to up their offers to the best offers that they can give them. So Jacksonville can end up getting potentially a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and maybe a mid-round pick or something like that for Jalen Ramsey, which I think is pretty good compensation. Trying to see Jacksonville is stupid for paying Foles all that money. I mean, they needed a quarterback, and I mean all the money that these other quarterbacks are getting paid. So when you compare Nick Foles' contract to the quarterback market, I don't think that's a bad deal. Jalen Ramsey going to the Dolphins for a bag of chips and some Coke. Now sign Ramsey and get a true number one to pair with Juju. I don't think Pittsburgh should trade for a wide receiver. Pittsburgh needs to trust their development of developing wide receivers. And people need to forget it takes time to adjust your new role. In football, it takes time to adjust the new role. So we're just going to say that Juju is taking time to get acclimated to being the number one wide receiver. Miami might just trade a future Hall of Famer in his second year. They might have, man. They might have just traded two. This year's draft is probably trash, so why does it matter? Exactly. We haven't played effective man-to-man since Troy Polamalu existed. That's fact. Exactly. So, I mean, MINKAH FITZPATRICK, he's going to play this Sunday. He has played this Sunday. Against the 49ers, we got to have him. Ravens trade Jimmy Smith and I don't think Jalen Ramsey gets traded to the Texans. And he's definitely not getting traded to Tennessee. Unless Tennessee gives them an absolute out of this world offer, he's not getting traded into the division. You got to think who the general manager is. Mike Tomlin is the general manager for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's smart enough to know not to trade him inside the division. So if you're a Texans fan or you're a Tennessee Titans fan, don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. Unless you give 2 first-rounders up for Jalen Ramsey, which I doubt, he's not getting traded into the division. I think a more realistic trade destination would be Philadelphia or the Washington Redskins. He is versatile and a best cover safety. Yeah, man, I'm really excited for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, this guy can do a lot of things for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He can play safe position in the secondary, man. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to like the live stream, man. We got 41 people on this joint, man. Let's get this live stream up to 20 likes, man. Wait, Tomlin is a coach. No, Mike Tomlin is the head coach. What's his name? I think his name, I forgot our general manager's name, but his name is Cover. How happy does it make you? Extremely happy, man. Extremely happy. Imagine Derrick James, Ramsey, and Harrison Smith. I think Jalen Ramsey is going to go to Philadelphia. I think he's going to go to Philadelphia. I just think they have a little bit more to offer. Ravens getting Jalen Ramsey, you're in trouble. I don't think the Ravens pulled the plug on Jalen Ramsey. Their defense is already good. You don't really need Jalen Ramsey, to be honest. To be honest, Dolphins aren't looking to get Tua. They're getting all those picks to trade. I want to trade up for Lawrence. Have you been seeing what Trevor Lawrence has been playing like the last couple of games so far in the season? He has, only like 3 touchdowns to like 5 interceptions. He hasn't played that well this season. So I'll chill out on Trevor Lawrence. A lot of people don't want to draft. Jacksonville is dumb enough to trade him to the division. He wants to be either a Titan or Raider. They're not dumb enough. Do you know who their general manager is? Tom Coughlin is the general manager for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think he's smart enough to know that you're not going to trade Jalen Ramsey into the division. Jalen Ramsey doesn't really have no say in where he's going to go for real. So Jalen Ramsey could end up playing for the Dolphins. He could end up playing for the Dolphins. I mean, NCD Sports 4, I mean, Sean Khan, the owner, doesn't control where Jalen Ramsey goes for real. I mean, as a Titan fan, of course you want him to go to the Tennessee Titans because you're just a Titans fan. Of course you want him to go to the Titans, and plus he works out in Tennessee with his father there. But I mean, let's just be realistic. He's not getting traded inside the division. Do you feel our secondary just got better? Man, that's not even a question, man. That's not even a question. Our secondary got tremendously better. I mean, have you seen how disastrous our secondary has been so far in these first 2 games? We got raped by the Patriots. which I'm not surprised. We got raided by Russell Wilson. I mean, this dramatically improves our secondary by a lot. I mean, it's the 4th week of college football. Because Steven Nelson did good, though, and Joe Hayden. Steven Nelson has been our best player in the secondary so far this season. Me, on the other hand, I don't really, Joe Hayden hasn't been that good. He got worked by the New England Patriots. Steelers are done. Steelers are not done. Steelers are not done. Did you see Mason Rudolph? We have the best offensive line in football. That's what people fail to understand. Most teams, when they lose their starting quarterbacks, they don't have the offensive line that Pittsburgh has. Pittsburgh has 3 All-Pros and 4 Pro Bowlers on the offensive line. Horrible trade for me. It's a great trade. Are you hating? Argo, aren't you a freaking Ravens fan? Come on. And I tried to tell Steelers fans that Steven Nelson was a very good pickup in free agency, but a lot of people kept on telling me, a lot of Steelers fans were like, Steven Nelson's not that good. He played for Kansas City. Listen, Steven Nelson was the best cornerback on that Kansas City Chiefs team. Steelers trade a top 10 pick. I don't think Pittsburgh's going to be trading top 10, and even then, it doesn't even mean anything because, look, we don't know how good those players are going to be coming into the draft next year. So Pittsburgh traded a top 10 pick for MINKAH FITZPATRIck. You don't know how good these guys in college football could be bust. It's always good for a player to be traded to. It is, man. Dobbs was a good trade, but having Rudolph satisfies me. Yeah, man, if you guys know me, I was a big Joshua Dobbs fan. He was my favorite college football player when he played for Tennessee. But I mean, hey, you low-key look like Devin Bush. MINKAH was drafted at 11, so good trade. Nobody coming out the draft that says Jalen Hurts. We need to drop Dante Moncrief. I don't think Dez Bryant wants to play football. Steelers could get a bomb of a QB. Steelers don't need a QB. We got Mason Rudolph. Pittsburgh isn't going to draft another quarterback. I promise you that. We're not going to draft another quarterback. Pittsburgh's going to focus on other needs. We need a true number 1 wide receiver to pair with Juju. I think Juju is a true number 1 wide receiver. Here's what people got to understand, right? With the Pittsburgh Steelers in that X, it's the X position that Antonio Brown played with the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? So playing that X position, I think Juju played the Z receiver. So it's not like playing the X position for Pittsburgh is entirely different, which is why it takes a little bit, which is why it was a big loss when Antonio Brown didn't play against Cincinnati, because not a lot of people on that Pittsburgh Steelers roster has a lot of experience playing that X wide receiver position that Antonio Brown plays. So it's going to take a couple of weeks for Juju to start getting going, but also Big Ben's kind of holding people back, though. He was kind of holding people back, though. But you guys got to think about it now. Mason Rudolph is a starting quarterback. Right? That means we're going to start seeing more of James Washington, because people forget, I don't know if you guys know this, but James Washington and Mason Rudolph both played for Oklahoma State, and they both have good chemistry together. So we're going to start seeing a lot more of James Washington in the next couple of weeks. If Mason Rudolph stinks up the joint, then we need another QB. I think Mason Rudolph is going to be pretty straight. I'm saying we need another one, number wide receiver, another running back. We don't need another running back. Dude, what's that at the running back position? We got Jalen Samuels, we got James Conner, and did you see Benny Snell? Benny Snell got 1 carry to that jump for 20 yards. I love Benny Snell. Benny Snell is a throwback Pittsburgh Steelers halfback. He's a power halfback. You give him the ball, you run it through, man. So I mean, I love him. Benny Snell he was my favorite college football player last year for Kentucky. We don't need a tight end. We got Vance McDonald scored 2 touchdowns last week. And I mean, Pittsburgh doesn't need to get another wide receivers, man. Pittsburgh is probably the best team in the NFL when it comes to developing wide receivers. Literally, we're like a wide receiver factory. All we do is produce good, high quality wide receivers. Look at Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was the 6th round pick. Steelers need DeAndre Swift or John. Why do we need another running back? We already got James Conner. James Conner was a Pro Bowl. And we got another guy in Jalen Samuels. I like having 2 tight ends. Yeah, that is fair. Wide receiver. I don't think Pittsburgh needs to make any trades to the offense. I think the offense is good how it is. The offense just needs to get more chemistry. Here's what people got to understand, man. People think just because a wide receiver Can you read my comment from before? Jesus Christ, man. How I put the comments on slow mode? Can't even put it on slow mode. I'm trying to find your comment. I'm trying to find your comment, man. JT, I agree with you. This MINKAH FITZPATRICK trade, and what's your predictions for this pick that we get from the Steelers? It's going to be top 15. The playoffs and losing in the wild card. But to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Pittsburgh ends up being... I think Miami probably got a top 15 pick. I think Miami probably just got a top 15 pick. We need to see more Snell. Now Conner is hurt. James Conner's hurt, but they said it's not. He was hurt, but they said it wasn't nothing serious. So they said he should be good to go. That's coming out of the reports that I read earlier today. So they said James Conner should be pretty good to go. Playoffs, 0-2. That's coming a lot from Ravens fans who has played two of the worst teams in the NFL. You play the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins. Steelers need CD Lamb or T. Higgins. Pittsburgh is going to draft a wide receiver in the first round. I doubt that. I don't think we should get Dez Bryant. Playoffs. I don't think. I mean, it's a deep wide. Pittsburgh Steelers season is not over. It's far from over. We're 0-2. People just want to say the Steelers season is over, but it's not over. Did you see how Mason Rudolph played? We don't have a first-round pick. It doesn't matter because most of the first-round picks that Pittsburgh ends up drafting, they end up being failures anyway. We drafted Artie Burns in the first round. We drafted freaking, who else did we draft in the first round? We drafted Terrell Edmonds in the first round. So, I mean, I think it's a pretty good thing that we don't have any more first-round picks because we suck at using them. Last couple of years. Best first-round picks have been Devin Bush and Ryan Shazier for the last couple of years. Minkah should be the best DB on the Steelers roster right now, even though Hayden is good. Joe Hayden has played like absolute trash so far this season. Absolute trash. I think our best defensive back has been Steven Nelson and Mike Hilton. Steven Nelson was pretty good against Seattle last week. Shows they have confidence in Rudolph and Booster D. Edmonds is... Bro, I try to tell Steelers fans, man, Terrell Edmonds freaking sucked. He was projected to go in the third round, and dude got picked in the first round. We suck at drafting defensive back. Do you guys not see Artie Burns? Artie Burns sucks. I like Rudolph. I like the Joshua Dobbs too, but we saw Joshua Dobbs against Oakland. But make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, man. We got 23 people. I'll be live on here for another 10 minutes. I want to get done finishing these college football videos and have them up ready to go. Pittsburgh hasn't really been that good drafting first-round picks. Someone said Brock... Somebody said Brock Osweiler. We played 2 QB coach combinations so far. We're fine. Let's go Steelers. We need another Palomalu. Minkah is better than any corner in last year's draft. So the Bush pick looks... Yep. Our scouts are getting hidden talent players, but potential. But in the first round, they overlook and overhype these players. I wish we got Jarrag. Exactly, man. You know who I really wanted? I wanted Deshaun Elliott. Which is why I'm really, really upset that the Baltimore Ravens got Deshaun Elliott and they're not using him. I really wanted Deshaun Elliott. I really wish the Pittsburgh Steelers would have drafted Deshaun Elliott, man. He played for the freaking Baltimore Ravens. He was my favorite safety. Steelers do speed over skill all the time. Actually, I think that tends to be the opposite. I think Pittsburgh tends to go with skill over speed. I wanted Wano from Michigan. Put some money on Steelers making the playoffs. I mean, I want to put money on it. Steelers should have traded for Hakeem. Why we trade for Hakeem Butler? He's on injured reserved. Why we trade? Bro, Pittsburgh does not need no more wide receivers. No more. Here's what Pittsburgh Steelers fan, you guys might be panicking because we're 0-2 and you're not confident in Juju Smith-Schuster. But here's what you got to understand, man. Pittsburgh is very good when it comes to developing wide receivers. So you got to trust the process, man. You got to trust the process. Tomlin has to coach better. Why not tell the players, watch Wilson run? I'm not tripping over that Seattle Seahawks game no more, man. I just let it go, man. I mean, it sucks that we lost, but I mean, season's still not over. Minka's going to be a top D back fans here. Yes, sir, man. I really liked him. They did Artie Burns because he was fast, but look at him now. Yeah, but I mean, Artie Burns, we knew Artie Burns wasn't that good. Even as a Miami fan, I didn't feel he was that good. Steelers need a QB. We don't need a QB, right? Big Ben isn't even freaking playing, Argo. He's not playing. He's out for the freaking season. He's out for the season. Wait, did they? Yes, they actually got. You can look him up. Juju better have better stats than AB this week. Gotta believe. Steelers are winning the North. Mason is great. He has a great player coaching around him. Now I'm confident we need a wide receiver that can actually catch besides Juju. Here, I think Big Ben kind of helped because you got to think about it. Big Ben's accuracy was not that good versus New England. It wasn't that good versus Seattle. And I mean, Big Ben is one of the best deep ball throwers in the NFL. So the fact that he was missing wide receivers like James Washington on deep routes was a little bit concerning. Moncrief, I call him. Big Ben ain't trash. Mason did better than Big. Yeah, man. The offense looked way better. Dante Moncrief is the best receiver. Stop trolling, man. Stop trolling. Dante Moncrief ain't even a top 100 wide receiver. He definitely is. He definitely is. I like the James Washington Dante Moncrief whole connection that they got. They've been playing since Cap. I mean, these must be Dolphin fans, man. You gotta trade away. You gotta trade away Dante. You gotta trade away MINKAH FITZPATRICK. Yeah, man. Dante Moncrief sucks. He sucks. He sucks, man. I don't even know why he's still on the roster. I mean, I see why, because he's like 6'5". He's 6'5", runs a 4.4 something, but I mean, he can't catch. Can't believe the disrespect Big Ben is getting. I mean, here's the thing, right? If Big Ben is as bad as a leader as people say that he is, then Pittsburgh should be able to be better without him. But I mean, Big Ben wasn't really playing that good. He was only completing 57% of his passes. But I'm confident in Mason Rudolph. Bring Eli Rogers. Yes, I was really upset that we cut Eli Rogers. Even though he didn't win a starting job, we still should have kept him. Big Ben did shady things off the field. His teammates have Google. We can finally play man-to-man again. Minka is going to be a stud. Where's Mike Wallace? I think Mike Wallace, last time I heard about Mike Wallace, he played for the Philadelphia Eagles. He's on IR, I think. Big Ben's the best Steelers QB of all time. Yes, he is. Moncrief like a car with no tires. Just a sprinter with no hands. Moncrief. Think they might bring Deontay Spencer back? I don't know. It depends. I think Pittsburgh is pretty confident with the wide receiving core with Deontay Johnson starting. I think that's who was starting when Dante Moncrief got benched. Hayden Nelson and Minkah is nice. Sean Davis is still. You think Sean Davis is trash? Sean Davis has been pretty solid last couple of years, man. Sean Davis played pretty good last year. Y'all think Temple, yes, if you think Sean Davis is trash, put a Y in the chat. Terrell Edmonds sucks. Y'all should trade get Emmanuel Sanders. Emmanuel Sanders' contract is a little bit too much. All these people talking trash on Ben when he got hurt. They cried just like all of us. He got cooked. Sean Davis, even though he probably had a bad game and stuff like that, I mean, I didn't really see Sean Davis getting worked against Seattle like I saw Terrell Edmonds getting worked. I mean, Terrell Edmonds got worked by DK Metcalf. Dude got murked. Edmonds is trash. Edmonds is literally our worst defensive back. Literally. He's been trash. Sanders used to be a Steelers wideout. Remember him? And Mike Wallace. Yeah, I remember that. But to be honest, when we had Emmanuel Sanders, he didn't really make a lot of plays for us because we didn't really give him the opportunity, really. Who doesn't work? Edmonds is absolute trash. And we drafted Edmonds because we wanted him to be the next Troy Polamalu. That's what he was supposed to be. Terrell Edmonds was Terrell Edmonds got drafted. He was a box safety, and he was a safety who could play linebacker. He was just supposed to be another extra linebacker. I didn't like the pick. I think we should have got in the coverage. We should have got a good coverage safety, man. I didn't like the pick. Somebody said we need Ike Taylor back. We wanted Edmonds' brother, but we had to settle. I called this all. Now we need Jalen Ramsey to get him defense going to look like the old days when we had Palomalu. I thought we get Jalen Ramsey. We just gave up a first round pick for this year's draft, so that's going to be a big negative. So we're going to have to get him another first round pick, and we're probably going to have to give him a player. Now, Terrell Edmonds will fit better for the Jacksonville Jaguars because they like their safeties to be able to play up close to the box and be able to tackle. So Terrell Edmonds will be a good fit for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but for Pittsburgh, we need a coverage safety. Real talk, Bennett's a poor leader. Now he's getting what he deserves. Man, don't take it that far. Nobody deserves to get injured. There will never be another Troy Polamalu. Stop saying that. Exactly. Bro, this man was a beast at Bama. This is a huge pickup for the Steelers. It definitely is. What do you think about not having Ben? I think Pittsburgh is going to be pretty fine for a Big Ben Roethlisberger. And holy crap, man. We got freaking over 80 people on the freaking live stream. Holy freaking crap, man. Make sure if you are new to the channel, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We got 80 people in the chat. Can we get to 50, man? Also, Super Chat is on if you want to donate to the channel. Holy freaking cow. I've never had 80 people on a freaking live stream. Christ. Sean Davis was ranked 59th among safeties last year. That's according to Pro Football Focus. Bro, I think Pro Football Focus, I use them a lot, but I don't think Sean Davis was that bad last year. Damn, dude, you look related to Juju. Quit cussing. I ain't cuss. Devin Bush would be a better safety than Edmonds. You're past 50. I'm glad Mason Rudolph is getting a chance. Still, secondary just needs to learn how to tackle better and not be soft. Dante to this man. He knows his stuff. Donate. Appreciate that, Bustify. Appreciate that. But I think Sean Davis is a little bit better than what Pro Football's saying. So are we picking up any more people or this is it? I don't think, dang, the comments going so doggone fast, man. Jesus Christ. But I don't think Pittsburgh's going to get Jalen Ramsey. Here's the reason why. You guys got to think, we just traded away our first round pick for next year's draft. So no team really wants a draft pick for the next upcoming draft. Everybody wants draft picks for this year's draft, really. So I mean, somebody just donated a super chat. 99 cents. Appreciate that, gaming occasionally. Now we need to get Jalen. We're not going to be able to get Jalen Ramsey. I'm not trying to be a party pooper, but I mean, we just don't have enough. The first round pick we're going to be giving up is for 2021. We're going to be giving that up. And then also, you got to think, he's going to be having a new contract as well. And we don't really have that much cap space to be maxing out Jalen Ramsey. Jesus Christ. Ramsey is too much money. Yep. Bush need to work on coverage D. He keep getting... I mean, Bush hasn't been... I mean, against New England, he got burnt. But, I mean, every Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker got burnt versus Devin Bush. But Devin Bush has made a bigger impact on the Pittsburgh Steelers defense in 2 games than what Terrell Edmonds has made playing in 18 games. Who you think will complement Fitzpatrick? I mean, I really like Steven Nelson, man. Steven Nelson so far has been our best player in the secondary for Pittsburgh. And Mike Hilton has been pretty good as well. Joe Hayden, hopefully he gets a little bit more help now. We need to trade Dupree. I don't really want to trade Dupree yet. Dupree, he has shown flashes. I still want us to keep Dupree. We shouldn't trade Dupree. And he only has like one year left on his deal. So after this season, we can get rid of him for nothing, and he'll be a free agent. But I still want to keep Dupree around. I don't want to get rid of him yet because Dupree has shown flashes. Key Butler now needs to get fired. Tomlin C is getting hot. Bush is a rookie. He's learning. Hayden has been sucking. Ramsey. I don't think Tom Coughlin is dumb enough to trade Jalen Ramsey to the New England Patriots. And that's not New England's style to make a blockbuster trade like that. What New England does is they'll pick up Jalen Ramsey if he was a free agent when he's cheaper. But plus he needs a new contract. I don't think New England's going to be all for giving Jalen Ramsey all that money. But has flashed and only flashed in 4 years. Exactly why they didn't sign to a 5th-year deal. Thomas should leave. Fire Tomlin. Ball deflator. But I don't think New England's going to be able to get Jalen Ramsey. That's not really their style for real. They normally wait for people to get cheap. I don't think the Packers need Jalen Ramsey. They're pretty solid. The Packers have pretty good depth at that cornerback position. You got Josh Jackson, you got Jared Alexander, you got also somebody else as well. If Ben is out, who's starting again? Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph had a very good game versus Seattle. Hollywood gets the torch. Minka more now. Stop it. Stop it. Will Big Ben retire? He probably will. It all depends on how Mason Rudolph performs. Rudolph led the way. Kevin King is not that good. I'm watching him. Yeah, Kevin King, I wasn't really that sold on him, but I mean, Josh Jackson, Josh Jackson had a pretty up and down season last year. Besides watching, who you think Mason will target? He's going to target Juju. He's going to target Juju. He targeted Vance McDonald 2 times in the red zone. I think probably his next target will probably be Juju Smith-Schuster, other than James Washington. Mason Rudolph is the next Ben. Ben said that he made a 3-year commitment. He's going to fulfill that commitment. Here's the thing, right? If Mason Rudolph plays well and Pittsburgh makes it to the playoffs without Big Ben, then Big Ben might as well retire. That's just what it is. I mean, I know Big Ben said that, but I don't think Big Ben was too confident in Mason Rudolph for real. So if Mason Rudolph gets Pittsburgh to the playoffs, or Mason Rudolph balls out this season, then I think Big Ben retires. Patriots are going for the perfect season. Don't y'all see? If they may go for it, don't be shocked. They're not gonna go for Jalen Ramsey. That was the third first rounder. When we drafted Edmonds, we should have went with the move to the. I swear, man. I really, really want Lamar Jackson, man. I really want Lamar Jackson. Why can't Rudolph be great? I love Rudolph. What do you think about AB? What is he accused of? He's accused of sexual assault and things like that. But the thing is, I just think it's a money thing because they're not trying to get him arrested. They're just trying to get money from a silver suit. So I think AB is pretty solid. Putting it on 4th and inches, down by 3 touchdowns, kicking the field goal from the one. Yeah, man, that was questionable play calling. Edmonds always a step or two slow. What happened to Switzer, though? I don't really know. We're 1 pick away from DK Metcalf. I don't think, even if DK was available, I don't think we would have got him. Do you think still it's going to be good? Yeah, I think we're going to be good. It's going to feel weird without Big Ben. Yeah, man, it is. I want 2 or 2. Mess Rudolph, 12-19 first game. Look out. Now he's going to. Yeah, I picked up Mason Rudolph on all my fantasy teams. Johnson is going to step up. Just needs to get a little time. Juju a flop. I think it's a little bit too early to say that. We're just 2 games in. Mason about to be a starter for 10 years. Sexual assault. AB now has a second girl coming forward with the same exact style misconduct. He also has 5 pending charges against him from people suing him. Ben won 15 in a row for a season. Switch would be. I'm just scared of how the last 2 games ended. What do you think of number one? Number one Juju, 2 Washington, 3 McDonald. I think because James Washington is more of a deep threat, I think Vance McDonald will probably be the second option. Juju would be option number 1, and we put James Washington at option number 3. Will Grimbo get more snaps? I think he will, and here's the reason why. I think Xavier Grimbo will get more snaps because Xavier Grimbo he's different from all the tight ends that Pittsburgh has had over the last couple of seasons. We had guys like Heath Miller, we had guys like Jesse James, now Vance McDonald. All 3 of those tight ends are very good in the receiving game. But Xavier Grimbo isn't much of a receiving tight end. He's more of a good run blocking and blocking tight end. So I can see him getting more snaps just for the fact that since we got a rookie QB in there, I still do think we're going to end up running the ball a lot more than what we would have been doing with Big Ben. So I think Xavier Grimbo is going to get a lot more snaps just because of how good he is and when it comes to run blocking. Juju couldn't get open until Big Ben left. Why you think that? Well, I just think for the simple fact the elbow injury was kind of holding back Big Ben. He wasn't really that accurate. Big was hurt in the Patriots game. He had to be, man, because I've never seen Big Ben miss so many shots deep, man. He's one of the best quarterbacks when it comes to throwing the ball deep. What do you think of Lamar Jackson? I love Lamar Jackson. That's coming from a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. My second favorite NFL player. Who you think winning MVP based on the first 2 games? That has to be tough. I had to say Patrick Mahomes again. Had to say Patrick Mahomes again. Our women so weak. But you still fans got to think about it, right? You don't have to have a top 10 wide receiver to win the Super Bowl. The last time a Super Bowl winning team won a Super Bowl for elite wide receiver was the Indianapolis Colts. They had Marvin Harrison and they had Reggie Wayne. You just have to have players that believe in the system. Joe Hayden and Fitzpatrick will be really good. Jets are getting killed by the Browns right now. Yeah, man, I'm not really surprised. I'm not really surprised, man. But you guys, make sure to like the video. No, Lamar Jackson is the best. Why he's not. But, man, I appreciate all the support, man. We got 62 people on here. I'm about to end this. I'm about to finish the rest of these college football prediction videos. I'm going to have them up tomorrow. One of them is going to be dropping at 10 a.m. One of them is going to be dropping at 12. And the other one's going to be dropping at 2, man. So thank you guys for all the support. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. Oh, also, since we got 63 people in there, don't leave yet. So down in my description, go follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be posting bonus content on my Instagram page. I'm going to be doing another 49ers video as well, but make sure to follow me on Instagram. The link to my Instagram is down in the description down below. If you don't know how to get to the description, you press that little down arrow on the left. So go ahead and follow me on my Instagram page. I got some bonus content popping there on there as well. So thank you guys for watching, man. Don't end, JT. I gotta end it. I gotta finish work on these videos, and plus I should have already had them up already, but I got school tomorrow as well. So thank you guys for joining and watching, man.